Welcome, Sonic Warriors, to the worst type of world building that you could ever have. I mean, not ever, but like, you know, pretty bad.
You're talking about what's happening now or the game in
The
general?
game in general. I just look back at it and I was
I
like,
was
the
about to
world
say,
building is
this
terrible.
The opening cutscene doesn't. I guess yeah, it just starts and suddenly there's a bunch of people attacking him. That has no
Well, that's
context.
the trailer cutscene, sort of. But again, we just get here and there's also no context, as we'll see.
Also, this is a really big thing. I mean, I know whatever the name of this planet is.
That
Hyper planet.
what?
I have no idea. I'm just making stuff up. What's the Sonic's planet called?
Mobius?
Yeah. Planet Mobius. I know it's weird, but this giant thing, and yet another giant thing that's just floating above the planet. This is one too many.
I mean, at least it's not. At least it's not Planet Freedom from the Sonic OVA universe. That thing is just like floating platforms, just constantly. In fact, that's the norm. And yet, there is just somehow a structure in the ground that if destroyed, would send the gravitational pull of those islands into space. And sure, it's hard to destroy, but it's also just like right there.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I guess I'm just usually less interested in the canon of non-game universes, so that's easy to
Hey,
dismiss
the
than
Sonic
this.
OVA is has beautiful stuff in just like, and well, first off, oh, this is me realizing my controls don't work.
Like, think about this is a place so big, it has a horizon. Like, that's not the Earth, that's not the Mobius, that's still this weird thing.
Yep.
And it's gigantic. You'd think you'd see it all the time.
I mean, it's called the
It'd just
Lost
be-
Hex, but how did anybody lose this?
Yeah, come on. People lost their minds not seeing it.
Sega lost their minds not giving this place any establishment whatsoever.
I can't wait until this is very funny.
Yeah, I was like wondering, can I kill enemies like this? Because technically I theoretically should, but they don't let you.
I
And the Orbinauts suck in this one. The Orbinauts used to be such annoying enemies, and now you roll up to them. Once they notice you're targeting them, they just give up and lose the spikes that would make it hard to target them.
You know what's funny?
But
This is the Lost Hex.
yes.
Yet the Wisps found this place before you did.
Well, they can fly, so
So that's interesting. The lore, just nothing. None of it makes any sense.
none whatsoever.
And there's something else I was going to say about that. But yeah, I can't think of it. So yeah, I guess we'll get back to that later.
There are also just sheep here. I guess sheep just live on that one very specific.
What are they eating?
I mean, they got a little bit of grass to last them for a bit, but after that, it's over.
That's true. There should be a lot more sheep, because there's no predators for them.
And there's the one attempt at parkour because, like, I tried to understand how it worked. Maybe if I had an instruction manual, but I'm sure. Okay, actually no, because I'm thinking like then other people would figure out. Except people don't read the instruction manual like at all. So maybe it isn't. The secret is in the instruction manual of how to do this right somehow, and we just don't have it.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I actually hope this isn't the only appearance of the Last Hex. I think this can come back in a future game, polished and better.
Well, absolutely.
I saw a post online that said you have full control over the next 3D Sonic game. What would you do? And controversially, I would make Sonic Lost World 2. That would be the very first thing I did if I could control the next 3D Sonic games.
Well, I
Because I think that it should just be made better. If this is like a 6 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10 game, just do another one and it would be an 8 out of 10.
yeah, bye Knuckles. This is your only use in the story whatsoever. Getting carried away by animals. Just like there's.
Yeah, I intentionally didn't pay attention to it because I'm sure this is meaningless.
Yeah, it's absolutely meaningless. The thing is though, is that like the guy who did like Sonic Lost World in whatever minutes, he puts just a cardboard cutout of Knuckles there when he made fun of the scene. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
It's we're Sonic and we have a lot of characters. Obligatory. Let's put in some characters.
They really. I mean, Amy technically has a slight purpose, but even that is stupid. Also, it is a testament to the writing that like the IDW comics have done the Zeti correctly.
The Zeti. Is that the name of all of them or just him?
All of them.
Okay.
Just like everybody was like, these are generic Saturday morning cartoons. Also, if you notice in the background, there's some funny background element where Orbot accidentally got taken instead of the animal. But I don't even know why they're keeping them in shadow. You see them in the opening cutscene. They're in the back. It's just like
yeah, the opening cutscene was created after the game, and
in the trailers, all of the trailers.
Or maybe it was created. Yeah, maybe the game created, and that's the thing when you know the people aren't in sync. Okay. That horizon in the background is also still just the last hex.
Apparently.
Because this is just ridiculous. The size of I can't get over how big this thing is. It's supposed to be some just thing floating over the planet.
Yeah, I mean, Little Planet was
But not
surprisingly
even in space,
large.
it's just in the sky.
Here's the thing, despite...
Come to think of it, the air should be very light, but whatever.
The thing is, though, is that despite Little Planet's actual size in the cutscenes, when you look at how far you're running through it, it's like, it is way bigger once you're up there than it seems. Also, we just killed all those sheep.
Yeah.
We reduced them to atoms.
That's the thing. And I guess in that sense, well, the thing with Little Planet, it's not always there. It came there.
Yeah.
So it's easier to say
it's a multi-dimensional
big,
thing.
But at the same time, yeah, Little Planet should have crashed into the last hex. Unless they're just like on opposite sides. Conveniently every single time. It should have maybe the last hex is a part of Little Planet. Like a part of it just stayed behind.
Are you saying this as a theory or as what they originally intended this for?
Oh, a theory of I don't think they intended this to be anything.
Okay.
But actually no, that's not true, I'm not sure. But who knows?
Anyways, these guys are Saturday morning cartoon villains. The problem is that the charged homing attack doesn't work when I want it to. No one can figure out how this thing works.
The thing is, I guess I don't really know. Well, I guess I do know some things about Sonic, but I wouldn't really care that villains are nothing, because that's basically the Koopalings in 2D Mario. They are just
but
they have their archetype.
The thing is that
and the
Sonic
way they
is more
dance
story
around.
driven, so that's why it's an issue.
But yeah, it's a little different in Sonic.
Apparently that fight also took all night, so I don't even know just what they're even establishing with all of that. But they very specifically show that it was evening, then night, and now it's day again.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like the time is a more realistic indication of hey, Sonic isn't actually running through these stages in a minute and a half.
I doubt it would take anywhere close to all day.
That's true. Plus, with Sonic Speed, well, actually, no. Even with Sonic Speed, I don't think the implication is that it's happening in real time because Sonic's Adventures happens in, say, a couple hours. I guess that makes sense. He's fast, but
there's
something's a little weird about that.
There's actually a discussion in Brain Scratch Com's latest commentary, I think, or was it Hellfire? I think it was Hellfire, where just like they discuss like which the timeline in terms of days or hours for Sonic games. And most of them just agree that it just works as is, really. I mean, the only game where it calls into where just like we're thinking explicitly calls into question is Unleashed, and that's because you can switch night and day at any point.
Yeah, but when you think about it, Forces, I don't think he's taking back the entire world from Eggman in a matter of hours.
Well, duh. But we don't think Forces has any sense of anything, Mister. I'm going to torture you for 6 months. Like not even torture, but just in the Japanese version. But even just keep Sonic in one place for 6 months should drive him insane and begging for death. The fact is that in the IDW comics, because they know how to write the character, they have Sonic find an old Eggman base, and Tails is there hacking it. Except the hacking is, taking time, because that's usually what hacking does. Honestly, Tails' normal hacking speed is more unrealistic. But just like it's just taking some time, and Sonic goes actually stir crazy while in that point. It's like, yes, that is what makes it's an enclosed space. He has nothing to do. Of course, it would take just like minutes. If he's not sleeping, it would take just minutes for him to be like, okay, gotta go fast. I need to do something to pass the time. That's how this works. That's why the whole 6 month thing cannot work in any context whatsoever unless he was cryogenically frozen or something.
Yeah, which I guess you could always come up with some lore reason, some fanon that just explains it. Aren't you gonna go over there?
Oh, I'd love to. Don't you think I'd love to? If only I got the parkour to work.
Because I remember going over there on the 3DS, and that's supposed to control worse.
Here's the thing. Part of the parkour's issue is how to activate it properly, especially going on the side. And that there are a lot of things that you just don't know from that, like that you can spin dash while parkouring to keep your momentum up. Again, maybe it's in the instruction manual for these games that I don't have because I have PC. But like, and maybe other people didn't know because they didn't read it. Also, those ring balls and also boulders have minds of their own. They specifically roll only to Sonic.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw that one just deciding, yeah, I'm done going all around, I'm coming straight now. Which, come on, okay.
Just like, you could replace it with like actual enemies, and it would just be easy and make sense. Some sort of ball badnik. But no, you wanted to go for a full tempo thing.
Yes, an Omnidroid. I wonder if that's actually what they're called. The Omnidroids from Code Lyoko.
Oh, I thought you were talking about The Incredibles.
Oh, that might be... Yeah, that's Incredibles.